Hi, angels. Welcome to the Earth Angel Tarot. I'm the Earth Angel, and today I'm bringing you a pick a card reading. And today's topic is going to be, how do people feel when they're in your presence? So when you walk in a room, when you're around someone, when they meet you for the first time, how do people feel when you're around? So we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So go ahead and take a second, see which pile resonates with you, and we will go ahead and get started. Hi, pile 1. So if you chose the first pile, this is your reading, and right away I'm seeing that there's a lot of positive energy here, but it's a little bit of a conflicted energy in terms of how people feel when they're around you, but it's so positive. I almost see why people are a little bit conflicted. So right away, when people see you, when they're in your presence, when they meet you, they see you as somebody incredibly abundant, very beautiful, very stable. For a lot of people, you straight up look like a wish come true. You look like the type of person that pretty much anybody would want to invest in. For some of you, you might look like you have money, or that you're just a very abundant person. Even if you're not someone super abundant, you definitely give that off, whether it's just your confidence, the way you dress, the way that you look. People can tell that you're the type of person that other people would want to invest in, and a lot of people feel that same way. But at the same time here, there's so much emphasis kind of on like how you look, what you have in like really positive ways, that for a lot of people they might almost feel like less than in your presence. But then again, it's kind of this dual energy where people want to collaborate with you. People definitely could see you as somebody who'd be like a great friend, somebody great to hang out with, somebody great to just like have in their circle. But for a lot of people, you may almost inspire some insecurity. Some people may even feel like they're not good enough to, I'm hearing in your presence, like not good enough to be in your presence. Especially here with this Empress, with the Five of Pentacles. People just see you as kind of like, you've got it all together. No matter what age you are, no matter what stage of life you're in, people just see you as super successful. This can really get people trapped in their heads. For some of you, I'm getting that you're like extremely attractive. For some of you, you really take good care of your bodies or your looks. And it's like people really admire you. People are very attracted to you. Both men and women find you extremely attractive. But they also feel very insecure. So I only tell you this as well too, because it's so positive. If you're ever getting any kind of like negative vibes from someone, it might just be this. It's like they are admiring you. They do see you as a dream come true. And this may inspire some feelings of insecurity, or feeling like they're less than. But I also get a sense that you don't treat people this way. I see you that you're somebody who, when people meet you, when people are in your presence, whether they talk to you or not, they can tell that you're someone very caring, very loving. You like to have a good time. If people ever see you like out like with friends or something, getting drinks or just like having a good time, people can tell that you might just be like the life of the party as well too. But at the same time, you have this great grounded energy too. So some of you might turn up. You might have like a lot of fun. But you're never going to be that person who's kind of, you always have this wonderful regal energy to you, even when you're having fun, even, if you're getting wild with friends, you're never that person that goes too far. People never really see you slip. And it's funny too, I'm really getting this strongly with this Nine of Cups. Some people, this is not for all of you, but for some of you, maybe you go out and you'll have like some shots or drinks with friends or something, and people are seeing you drinking, having a good time, and expecting you to kind of fall out, but you never do. You stay very grounded and very regal, no matter how much fun you're having. People also see that people gravitate towards you a lot. So this might happen to you where you'll go out with friends or something, and people that you don't even know will just kind of gravitate and start to talk to you. This doesn't even have to be going out. This can be like day-to-day life, work, grocery shopping, just out and about doing your thing. People might see people that don't know you gravitate towards you. I'm also getting, for some of you, people might be hanging out with friends or maybe even like their partner, and they'll notice that people around them are wanting to gravitate towards you. So these are people who maybe have not even talked to you, but maybe they had a friend who was like, oh, I want to talk to pile 1. Do you see pile 1 over there? And some, this is very specific, but there might have even been groups of friends where one person wanted to approach you, and some of their friends were like, no, pile 1 would never talk to you. Pile 1 would never talk to us. But I get that you're not that kind of person. If somebody is kind, you'll give people a chance. You don't give yourself too freely or anything like that. But you're not somebody who's super like superficial. But you do know your own value. I think you put a lot of time and energy into yourself, and people can see this. People can see that either you're taken very good care of or you take very good care of yourself. People recognize that. So people see your value. And for some people, they just feel like they don't quite match up. I'm going to see if we can get some clarifiers, because so far this isn't bad at all. I think Spirit also just wants you to know too that as you're in this beautiful energy, you're projecting this beautiful, beautiful, abundant, like just gorgeous energy. Just be aware that for some people, especially if they're not as far along on their journey as you, that this might make them feel a type of way, especially if this happens to be somebody you care about or like a friend or a family member. Just be aware that they might be feeling this way. So continue to extend your love to these people. But also, if somebody is letting those energies manifest into like negative behavior towards you, jealousy, gossip, or anything like that, you also don't have to put up with that. Because I see that you have this really beautiful energy where you bring a lot of happiness and abundance towards the people around you. And along with that as well too, with the going out, people might also have seen you out with friends and things and might see that like the people around you too seem pretty abundant, happy. Like you seem like the type of person when you're hanging out with people, everybody's in a really good vibe. Beautiful. Also for some of you, you might go out and get like your drinks paid for a lot. Or if this isn't happening, just expect this as you're on your like ascension journey, that there's going to be a lot of people who are wanting to like just take care of you, like strangers. I've definitely been experiencing this a lot. Okay, let's get some clarifiers. Beautiful. All right. Beautiful. Chariot on the top. Yeah, people see you always like out and about. People see you as like a fast moving energy. So if people are in your presence, like I'm getting this more of this is just like day to day. So if you're like out grocery shopping or shopping, running errands, working out, whatever you're doing where people are in your presence and seeing you, it's like you're in there, everybody's like, whoa, pile one. You do what you're about to do and then you're gone. You know what I mean? So for a lot of people, you linger in their minds. But they see you as somebody who's always moving, always growing. And if you don't shoot your shot now, you might never get your shot again with pile one. And people recognize that right away when they see you. All right, let's see if we get anything else. All right. Wow, people really, really want to talk to you. So when people are in your presence, they really want to approach you. Yeah, people will stare at you. It doesn't matter who they're with or what they're doing. It's like you walk in the room and everybody's just like, wow, it's pile one. Especially if you have some places that you go to more than once, maybe like a grocery store, just like shopping, work, wherever you go. Oh, I'm so sorry. So yeah, take it as it resonates. But for some of you, like if this is resonating for you and maybe people in your area like know of you, or you get like looked at a lot or stared at a lot. It's like when you step foot in there, I'm not joking. If this is really resonating for you, people are like, oh my gosh, pile one is here. Like pile one is here. Like so for some people though, this might be like, yeah. And once again, I'm getting this. It's like this beautiful, beautiful, positive, like shining energy from you. But then there's like people who feel really defeated by this. So for some people, you do inspire jealousy in them when you walk in the room. With that Two of Pentacles and that Page of Cups there. For some of you, you might be younger or just look younger. And this is like very intimidating for people. Five of Swords, please. Yeah, there's definitely some jealousy. Ooh, with that double. Yeah. It's like when you walk into a room, people like notice. And for the people who are really feeling you or like attracted to you or just like, really feeling your vibe, this is wonderful. They're like, oh my gosh, pile one is here. This is great. They might feel some insecurity, but in general, it's just like really positive. But then for other people, maybe people around them, especially, if people in like relationships or things are looking at you as this Ace of Cups, you might even be inspiring jealousy, especially if you're like a feminine. If you're a feminine, you might be inspiring jealousy from feminines. If you're a masculine, you might be inspiring jealousy from masculines, where they feel like they have to put in a lot of work to be anywhere near your level. So for some of you, you take really good care of yourselves, or like you work really hard, you look great, you're in like a great vibe. And it just makes some people feel very like inadequate. in comparison to you. For some of you, you look super happy all the time, especially if this is resonating for you and you kind of have more of like a sunny disposition. You know, you're regal, you're not like crazy out there, but you always kind of look happy. For people especially who are already in a low vibe, this can be very triggering for them, so just be aware. Let's see. Ooh, that one flew. Yeah, wow. Uh-oh. All right, I'm going to tell you, pile one. I do not encourage this, but it does come up. For some of you, there may be people who, and I get the sense that you don't even like engage in this. You're not the type of person, wow. You are not the type of person to really do something like this. But for some of you, if you walk into a room or somewhere, people might actually worry about their marriages when you walk in the room. Not because you've done anything, but just, I mean, because you're so attractive. And so, like, maybe if somebody's partner, like, already had a wandering eye or has a wandering eye, I get the sense that you don't really play into this. For some of you, you have, like, a really, really great body, and you don't, like, show it off crazily, but it's just, you know, you can't help it. And this really gets a lot of attention, and this really stresses some people out. Anything else? Wow, look at with the 8 of Cups and the 5 of Wands. Yeah, guys. I get the sense that you're not the type of person who would even, like, want to engage with, like, someone who's married. If you are, I would really recommend not doing that. And you probably aren't an angel if you're that kind of person. I'm sorry. But this is just, I think, what people are feeling, what people are fearing when you're around. Let's see if there's anything else. Yeah, I'm getting, like, tripped up. People get, like, stressed. Wow. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, more confirmation with that 2 of Wands, the 2 of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. So I don't know if there's, like, a specific situation where this is resonating for, if this is just in general. But there are people who really fear for their marriages when you walk in the room. Oh, my gosh. Wow. Yeah, I'm just imagining, oh my gosh, I'm gonna close this out because this is crazy, but I'm just imagining, like, you know, women, like, grabbing their husband, like, come on, like, that seeing them, like, staring at you. This is crazy. I'm sorry, pile one. This definitely kind of went off the deep end, but really, really good energy for you, though. Like, you look so beautiful. You look very abundant. I also see that even though I think you're aware of this energy around you, but you don't play into it. You're not low vibrational, so the universe understands that this might even be a little stressful for you. And that they want to continue to let you know that you're going to be blessed for this, because it's not your fault. You know, especially if some of you are really just ascending and, like, working on, you know, yourself and your looks just for yourself, just so you feel good. You know, it's not your fault, especially if you're not playing into this. And the universe wants to let you know that you will be blessed. If you're not in a relationship now, the fact that you're handling this so well, that you're not playing into low vibrational energies or trying to be a third party or anything like that, because you're not doing that, the universe is really, really going to continue to bless you, both physically, financially, and with a lot of abundance and some brand new loves and offers here. People might know that too. People might just know that there's good things coming to you. People see you as a blessing, just like this beautiful blessing. People can tell that you work hard for what you have, that you deserve what you have, and that, you know, you take good care of yourself. People also might be able to sense that you're very close with the divine. This might trigger people who either don't believe or aren't close to the divine. So that's what I'm getting here, is that, you know, you have this beautiful energy that might trigger some people who are in some lower vibrations, but because you stay high vibing, because you're a good person, because you have good intentions, the universe is going to continue to protect you and bless you, pile one. So just be aware of this, but I'm loving what I see here for you, pile one. So yeah, just keep up with the good work. Be aware that there's so many people who are very attracted to you and who very much want to speak with you. So be expecting communication too, especially if some of you are working on some new endeavors, if some of you are on, like, say, social media or something. Just be expecting to get an increase of offers, communication, both in real life, online. So be very discerning with that as well too, because a lot of people want to invest in you. A lot of people want to invest in you. So just be discerning, take the lessons that you've learned in your past, and move forward with confidence. You know, hold God's hand and he'll take good care of you, pile one. Wonderful. All right, so that's what I have for you, Pal. And yeah, and just as a confirmation, I just split the deck. There is a King of Pentacles. Wow, with the Queen of Pentacles. So you do have a divine match. If any of you are worried, like, oh, am I gonna find love? Am I gonna find my perfect match? You know, a high vibing person who will mesh with me and it'll be great. Absolutely, this person is coming in. So just keep working on yourself. You're doing a great job. Keep moving forward. And don't be too hard on anybody who might have some jealous or envious feelings for you. Just know that you're also inspiring these people. And continue to pour love out into the universe, and you will be blessed and taken good care of. All right, Pawan, I love that. All right, so that's what I have for you. If this didn't resonate, that's okay. You can check out one of the other piles, or you can book a personal reading with me. All right, thank you all so much, and I will catch you later. Oh, look at that love. Bye, Pawan. All right, hi, pile 2. So if you chose a second pile, this is your reading. So I do just want to apologize. I know that some of these cards look kind of crazy, and the fact that I'm laughing is probably not helping, but I'm laughing because this is a complicated message. It's not nearly as bad as it might look here with the tower. It's actually, it's just really crazy. So I'll go ahead and explain it to you. I'm so sorry. So for some of you, people might just really, really love like your energy. You might make people laugh a lot. And you might not fully see it here, but I'm going to tell you. So we have the Seven of Cups, Two of Cups, Three of Wands in reverse, the Tower, Seven of Wands in the Temperance. So you inspire very strong feelings in people. Very strong positive feelings. So with the Tower here, I don't see this as a bad tower at all. I see this as more so shaking the foundations of people around you. So when people are in your presence, immediately people are like fantasizing about you. I'm seeing a lot of love feelings, a lot of romantic feelings. A lot of you are very attractive or just have this wonderful energy that people are very attracted to. For some people, when they get into your presence, I'm literally hearing like, this is what I've been waiting for my whole life. Like with the Tower and then the Three of Wands in reverse, like I don't have to wait anymore. This is the one. Now, the problem with that energy is, though, whoever's feeling this way is also recognizing that they're probably not the only person that feels this way about you. That you might have a lot of people that you're trying to fight off right now. Some people might just intuitively feel like you have this, like, protection around you or that you're taken care of, whether it's by, like, a person or the universe. So this might be the thing that kind of slows people down a little bit. Yeah, because I feel like immediately when people meet you, it's like, bam, Tower. Like, for real. For some of you, you just look so good. You're so attractive. I'm especially looking at the body and the Temperance here. Some of you could be very curvy or have, like, a beautiful, like, luscious shape. If you're a man, you might be really, like, fit and buff and broad. And it just immediately, like, gets people's blood flowing. With this Three of Wands here, though, in reverse, it's almost like people can tell because you look like such a fantasy. I'm getting fantasy, and not in any sort of, like, derogatory way at all. You know, for a lot of you, you just look like the girl next door, the guy next door. You know, you might be a little nerdy, you might have your own specific style. But whatever your style is and how you present yourself, you look like the, like, hottest version of that. I hope that's making sense. So if some of you are, like, nerdy, you're, like, a hot nerd. Like, you know what I mean? If you're the girl next door, the guy next door, you're like the one that everybody like wishes they could be with. It's that kind of energy here. But at the same time, you don't give a very strong like egocentric vibe or anything like that. For some of you, I also get a feeling like you might have your head in the clouds a lot, or when people see you, you kind of just look like you're doing your own thing, you're in your own world, and people almost just, they feel like they can't approach you. They feel almost like you're just a fantasy. For some people, they feel like, this is so strange, but I'm just going to say it. Some people might even feel if they've maybe seen you walking about that they hallucinated seeing you. So for some of you, you might have a very distinct or like whimsical style. For some of you, you might have like very, very short hair, very long hair. Just something about you looks a little magical and mystical. Maybe the way you dress or the way you carry yourself, the car you drive, I'm hearing for some of you. And so people might even think like, did I see Pile 2? Or was that just like a fantasy? Like... so strange, but that's what I'm getting here. For some people, they do feel a little defensive when you're around. I'm getting that this might be people in like a lower vibrational energy. I'm really drawn to the Two Cups here in the Temperance as well. We have like this cup of water trailing into this cup of fire. So I almost get a sense that for some of you, when you walk in the room, it's like the tower falls, but like a good tower. But for some people, maybe they're in a low vibe. Maybe they might be in more of like a jealous or an envious energy. For some people, they might. I'm so sorry. I'm definitely tapping into some of the lower energies that might be feeling a certain way about you when they're around you. I'm just gonna say it. So, for some of you, there might be somebody, maybe you go to like a party or just anywhere, grocery shopping, whatever. There might be somebody who walks in there and they think they're like the hottest ever. And then you walk. I'm so, if this is resonating for you, pile two, take it as it resonates. But yeah, for some people, they might come in and they're like, oh, I'm so hot. And then you walk in and they feel like it was just water just thrown on them. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, we're going to get some clarifiers because this is very complicated. This is more of a intuitive channeled reading that I'm doing right now with these cards. Because as you can see, it's very scattered energy. So this is very much an energy of like people are just totally thrown off balance by you, but mostly in a good way. Can I get a card for the Three of Wands in reverse? Also, really quick for this Queen of Swords here, some of you, if people have heard you speak specifically, that might really throw people for a tailspin, especially some of you are very, very intelligent, and some of you may look very like sexy or just like a fantasy. And they're like, oh, this person looks so good, there's no way. And then you open your mouth and you're this brilliant person and people are completely shook. People were not expecting it. So for some people, they might even be worried that you might be able to like intellectually kind of dominate them. I'm hearing, wow. All right, and let's get a card for the Three of Wands in reverse. Why is that in reverse here? Thank you. Wow, yeah. And people can kind of, oh man. So I'm going to say this first. People can kind of intuitively tell that you're not the kind of person who's going to like wait around or anything. You're definitely not giving like pick me vibes. You're definitely, I'm not going to lie, you're not giving me like ride or die vibes. Like if somebody's not resonating with you or treating you the way you want to be treated, like you're out of there. And people can just kind of tell. Like people can tell that you're not the kind of person who needs to wait around for anyone or anything. That you're never lacking. Like no matter what it is in the universe, like God will always provide it for you. And so a lot of people may feel like they don't have enough to offer you, but like they want to. A lot of people might also know that you just have a lot of suitors, or that they assume that you might have a lot of suitors because of the way that you look. Yeah, and that death card here. Wow. Also, I do have to say too, and I don't get the sense that you're the type of person that really plays into this energy, but if there are people who are already unsatisfied in their relationships and then they meet you, that really can, you've triggered a lot of people's journeys and a lot of people's changes, endings to karmic cycles, endings to old cycles, people you don't even know. Yeah. You've especially, whether you're a man or a woman, take it as it resonates, but you've inspired a lot of masculine energies to cut off people you don't even know. Like people you've never even talked to, but maybe have seen you for whatever reason. I'm just hearing touched by God. So a lot of you are very close to source. You're very close to God and the universe and your angels. And it's like, if they have that sort of connection with you, whether it's just an energetic connection, even just thinking about you, fantasizing about you, it's like, that's what triggers their transition. For a lot of people in their life journeys, one big catalyst for big changes in their lives was literally just seeing you. You are that powerful. So, for a lot of you, you are very ascended. And you've been through a lot to get to this point. I think this is why you confuse people so much, because you do have that Queen of Swords energy of being very smart, very discerning, brilliant. But because you've been through so much, you've almost become detached in a way, but not in a bad way. It's almost like you understand the transience of life, I hope this is making sense. But it's also like, too, I think, especially if you're ascended and you've gone through a lot, it's like you're so preoccupied with your life and all your different things that you've got going on. People just look at you and they think that you've just kind of got your head in the clouds, and then bam, you're this like very sharp, discerning person. People might make eye contact with you and that like changes their whole life for real. Let's get some more. Yeah, and you look young too. For a lot of you, you look really young, sunny, vibrant. For a lot of you too, you have this wonderful like bright, light energy to you though. Like when people see you like open up, you're very polite, I'm getting too. So people might look at you and see you as like this sexy fantasy person, and they're not expecting you to be as nice or as kind or as pleasant as you are. Yeah, just this lovely, loving person. You've been through a lot though. But like people can't tell. I think it's because you look so abundant too. A lot of you look very, very abundant. Yeah, so I think this is also too to acknowledge if this is resonating for you, pile 2. That the universe wants to acknowledge what you've been through, but I don't think that you're the type of person who likes to advertise it. But the universe wants to let you know. Also, if some of you were worried, like, especially if you maybe went through like a difficult relationship or you like took a big loss or something, you might be worried like, can people tell? No, absolutely not. They absolutely can't even see it. If anything, they're the ones, people might look at you and they feel like they're the ones, destitute in comparison. You just have this lovely light energy that makes people maybe assume that you haven't really been through anything like that. But you have. But the universe has blessed you and really held your hand throughout this whole process. They've preserved you as well too. When people with bad karma go through a lot of losses, you can see it. You can see it. They age so fast. You can tell. But because you were a good person and kind and loving and forgiving throughout all this, it's like you've been perfectly preserved. Beautiful. You get a second chance. I feel like very strongly somebody needed to hear that. If you're worried like, oh, is it too late for me? Or I went through all this. No. You get a second chance. You've been preserved. Keep working on yourself. You'll look like none of that ever even happened to you. Beautiful. Let's get 1 or 2 to close out. Yeah. So I would just say too, especially because you have this beautiful light energy, yeah, there's a lot of people who are very, very attracted to you. I think this is also advice from Spirit as well, to be discerning. So don't feel bad at all if you feel like, oh, I'm not resonating with this person, or I don't know, this person's really kind of pressing on me, but I just don't feel it, or they're not giving me what I want. Do not feel bad at all for being defensive with people. You know what you need to do, Put yourself first, of course. I get the sense that you're a very loving person, you're a very kind person. And there's a lot of very strong energy around you, so I think it's very important that you continue to protect yourself when you feel like it's necessary. But also know, too, that there's going to be lovers and friends and family and people who come in who actually do care for you deeply and want to take care of you. Beautiful. All right, anything else? Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, it's coming, too. So especially if you, and I see this here as well, so pile 2, some of you may really be kind of stuck in your head a little bit or just still a little bit foggy in terms of like moving forward. Maybe like which direction to go or where to go. Just keep moving forward. Pray, ask for clarity, ask for guidance, because you are going to be moving forward very quickly. If you felt stagnant or stuck, that energy is going to be clearing out very, very soon. People also might be able to tell this. When they're around you, they might be able to tell that you're on your way towards something bigger, greater, better. Wow. Anything else for pile 2? Yeah, and once again, a lot of love. Here we go. Got a lot of love and a lot of wands for you too. So yeah, just keep in mind, if you were worried about like love or passion or having a brand new beginning, that all is very much coming for you quickly. But also just be aware that there may be some conflict around that. There may be some people from your past who are like upset about it, or there may be people attached to people who want to move towards you who are upset about it. So there might be some conflict energy kind of in your periphery, not directly in your life, but like around you, connected to people that you might be connected to or who want to connect with you. Just be aware that you might be feeling that energy, that conflict energy, that stress energy, that anger or jealousy energy. So I would recommend doing like energy clearing. Ask God to continue to kind of protect you from this energy, kind of block it out and cleanse your space. But yeah, I'm also getting a sense too that there's people, when they're around you, they feel like they want to fight for you. And if you're not like experiencing this now, like it's coming, where you're going to start to see, you'll go out or something, and like a group of homeboys, a group of homegirls will all be like, pile 2. And like, they're all like, I want to talk to him. No, I want to talk to her. I want to. So just be prepared for that. Because your energy is very, very much ramping up. You're very, very attractive at this time. And the divine really loves blessing you because you are such a good person and you learned your lessons so valiantly. So if you were like, it would be nice to date, it would be nice to have some options, like, you're gonna have a lot of options, pile 2. A lot of options. Like, get ready. Prepare yourself, please, because there's a whole lot of love and a whole lot of passion around you coming towards you very quickly. So just be prepared for that. But it looks like a very exciting time for you, pile 2. And I get the sense that people can feel that. And people feel just like they want to be one of your options when they're around you. You know, people of all genders, I feel. For a lot of you, you have a lot of appeal for a lot of people. Wow, pile two. A little convoluted, but I do hope that made sense and I do hope it resonated for you. If it didn't, that's okay. You can check out one of the other piles or you can book a personal reading with me. All right. Thank you so much, pile two. Loved pulling cards for you and I will see you next time. God bless. Hi, pile three. So if you chose a third pile, then this is your reading. So right away, I am seeing some very, very strong energy in terms of how people feel when they're around you. And I'm getting kind of two sides to this story. So first and foremost, I do just have to say right away, I'm getting like a strong, intimidated energy. It's not necessarily a bad energy at all. I see people really, really see you as somebody who's like in control. Whether you kind of have more of a softer energy or more of a dominant energy, you know, even if you're just sitting there not speaking or doing anything, people see you as a very, very like dominant energy. And this can be very, very feminine as well too. So I get the sense that, you know, whether you identify more with a feminine or a masculine energy is like when you walk in the room, people see you as the emperor. And you could be super small and petite, but like people still see you as the emperor. For some people, they just see it as something super like attractive. There's a lot of people who just feel very like admiring of you. I see a lot of admiration here. With the Seven of Pentacles here too, definitely people feel like you're a good investment, like regardless. So you might be the kind of person where maybe you walk in a room and someone will buy you a drink, you know what I mean? And even if that person doesn't think that they're ever going to see you again, just being able to offer something to you in the one moment they met you feels like a worthy investment for them. I hope that's making sense. And especially because I think people can kind of feel that you have a close connection with the divine as well, whether it's intuitively or they actually know about these things. People might also be able to intuitively feel that if they pour into your cup, the universe is going to pour into theirs. So you're someone who might bless a lot of people. You're a very generous person. And so people might be very generous with you. But here we have this Five of Cups and the Ten of Swords. So there are definitely some people who are very intimidated to the point of feeling like, I don't want to say destroyed. I don't know why that word's coming to me. But because you have this super, super strong dominant energy, it's like some people really feel defeated when you walk into a room. And if this is resonating for you, pile two might resonate for you as well. Because we're getting kind of the same energy here, where there might be somebody who walks into a room and they think they're like the hottest ever, and then you walk in the room and this is how they feel. For some of you, you were sent here. Oh, this is horrible. I don't necessarily want to say it, but it's important because this energy is so strong. The divine is really kind of leading the way on this. For some of you, you were sent to humble people. Especially like if this is resonating for you and you are a very, very physically attractive person, but you're a good person, maybe you kind of had a glow up, or you weren't always like the hottest person, but now you are. So this is specific, but if this is resonating for you, and you know people come up to you and tell you you're so beautiful, like if that happens to you a lot, you are sent here to humble very vain people. I'm saying that specifically. So, you know, if you weren't always like the queen bee or whatever, but you look like the queen bee now, but you're still a loving, kind person who's been through a lot, this is part of your life's path, is part of your life's journey. But the funny thing is, if this is resonating for you and you know that this is the case for you, you might be enjoying this work that the universe is having you do. Because once again, you have a good balance here. You're fully in control. I think a lot of you have a lot of confidence in yourself, but you're not egotistical. You're not like narcissistic or anything. You know, you've just worked hard and been very physically blessed. You may have gone through a lot in the past, a lot of hardship. You know, there might have even been people who talked about your looks in the past, but they're not talking anymore. And if they are talking, it's all positive. Yeah, with that strength there. You've been sent to humble, narcissistic, egotistical people. And narcissistic, egotistical people, whether they know it intuitively or not, can tell. And especially here with this Eight of Wands in reverse, for some of you, you might walk into a room and people dead think you're like the hottest person in the room. And there might be some people who are used to, okay, I'm going to talk to the hottest person in the room because I'm the hottest person in the room. But they come in your energy. They look in your eyes. It's like you just know. But the wonderful thing is I get the sense that you're the type of person who's definitely like pulling people. When you go out, people are coming to talk to you. But because you're in this great high vibe, you also pull a lot of attractive people who are also high vibing or good people, nice people. Even if you don't like talk to these people again, it's like when you guys do talk, they're very respectful, complimentary, good vibes. But when somebody's coming up to you, when there's a player or, somebody who's just looking, to stroke their own ego by talking to the prettiest person in the room. And you just know. Like, no. I don't think so. For some people, you might have, if this is resonating for you and you've rejected some really good looking people, you might be the only person who ever rejected them. And that rocked their world. They're like, who is pile 3? Well, I mean, they already know who you were because they saw you. They knew who you were. They recognized you. These are the type of people who are not going to come talk to somebody unless they think they're like a 10. Yeah, you're a 10, all right. You're a 10, all right. You're very discerning. And you care more about more than just looks. I get the sense that if you were on a glow up or if you did become very attractive, it wasn't just to be the hottest person. It was for a reason. So that you could feel good. Maybe you are trying to enter into maybe like a career or something where you have to have, a certain look or something. And so you put work into that. And as you're seeing that it's attracting more and more people, on your attractiveness level or on your vibrational level, it's bringing in light and dark. And you're enjoying the light, but you're also able to shut down the dark. All right, let's see if we've got anything else. Very interesting. Yeah, judgment. Wow. You are here to humble some people. You are here to humble some people, but you're also here to bless. So here's the thing. I'm getting this is a very, very strong message to specifically about like vanity and physical attractiveness, right? And you are here to humble people who are very, very vain and who think they're the hot ever, and they use that as an excuse to be mean and cruel to people, or use them, play them, whatever. But you're also here to bless other very attractive people who choose to still be good people. So you will find too, especially as you're kind of continuing on your glow up journey, if this is resonating for you, you're going to continue to pull in more and more people who look really, really good, but they're also people who still choose to be good people. So your soul tribe is definitely coming in, and these might also be people who've been sent here with a similar journey. For some of you, you might be models or trying to get into modeling, actresses, actors, athletes, like just business people. If you're in any sort of industry or trying to get into an industry where looks play a big part, you're going to be meeting your soul tribe, similar people on your same wavelength. But this is preparation. Oh my gosh. Yeah. People are definitely watching. Wow. Yes. Wow. You make some people feel so immature and like so like behind in life compared to you. Some of you look really, really young, but you're very mature. For some of you look super young, like way younger than you actually are. But then you have this Emperor energy. I'm looking at the face on the Ten of Wands. Look at the face on the Ten of Wands. It's like people approach you thinking you're like this cute little like Page of Wands. And they're like, oh my god, wait, pile 3, like... They are not to be messed with. I also just have to say as well too, if there's any like vain or egotistical person from your past who maybe tried to hurt you or like mess with your self-esteem or whatever because you rejected them or you didn't play into like their ego or whatever, these people have been smacked hard by karma. So don't worry if there's anybody from your past where you're like, why were they so like weird, or I don't know, why did they try to play me, or like why did they try to make me a third party or whatever, anything like that. These people feel so burdened right now. Like the universe really just smacked them super hard, because I get the sense that you're the catalyst for this. These are people with super bad karma. These are people who think that they're better than people just because they look better right now, in their opinion as well too. If this is resonating for you, also, this is sort of specific, But for some of you, there might have been karmic people, whether it's masculines or feminines, who maybe, were part of your life journey. People you met, people connected to other people you knew. These people might have put in a lot of work and time and energy to be seen as physically attractive. And I hate to disparage anybody who's done this, but maybe people who've had like a lot of surgery or, just different kind of artificial things to really kind of up the way that they look without doing any sort of inner work. You might have had, this is so specific, these people might have been used to other people gassing them up, and you might have, I'm also getting a lot of honesty here with this emperor, so you might have said straight up like, oh, I don't think that person is attractive. You actually like spoke what a lot of people wanted to say. Wow. Especially, because we do live in a society where we encourage kind of superficial kindness even when people don't deserve it. So you might see someone who's really, really terrible, but, we're always encouraged to just be nice to everyone, and I get that. But, like, you're also not obligated to lie about a really bad person, especially something as trivial as looks. But I'm getting specifically for some of you, you might have said, like, oh, I don't think so-and-so is that, like, attractive. And this might be somebody who really, really works hard to make people think that they're, like, the hottest ever. For some of you, you might have been the first one to say this, and this might have given other people the courage to say how they really feel about someone's looks. This is very specific. If you had someone in your life who you knew thought they were, like, the hottest, but they were a really bad person, and you're like, meh, I don't find them attractive, you're not the last person to say that to this person now. Especially if you look really good, if you look better than this person and you said you don't think they're attractive. All they gotta do is sail away. There might be a masculine and a feminine you said this about. Also, specifically too, there might be either a masculine or a feminine from your past who's like not aging well or just, has really fallen off, and you expressed this. Not even in like a horrible way, but you're just like, they're not looking like how they used to, and that caused like a really big something with the Six of Swords here. This might have even been people who were trying to compete with you, and you just keep looking better and they just keep looking worse. Uh-oh. What did you do, pile 3? Oh no. What did you do, pile 3? Justice. You didn't do anything. These are people who've been watching you, stalking you. Oh, this is very specific, but I feel like this might be resonating still for a lot of people. These are people who stalked you, possibly copied you, lied on you. Bro, maybe put spells on you. These might be people who play with magic, because I'm seeing a lot of, like, mystical, magical cards here. Wow. And you just keep glowing up, pile 3. It's like you just keep looking better and better and better. Some of you might be posting, like, how you're looking, or people just see you. They feel so defeated. So this is definitely specifically pile 3. I think this is why they pointed you to pile 2 as well. Because there are people from your past, like, this is specifically, like, if this is resonating, like, you have people that you can say, like, okay, yeah, this is who this resonates for. These people are still watching you. They're going through so much karma for trying to play you, or if these people talk bad about your looks, oh my gosh, that's the worst mistake they ever made. And it's so silly because, like, looks are so trivial, but I get the sense that these people are super superficial. And maybe for whatever reason, they were like, well, pile 3 is, like, not, or whatever. Also, I have to say specifically, if anybody ever just straight up said you weren't, like, attractive, they're literally getting called ugly by, like, people that, I'm so sorry, this has gotten really low vibe, but I'm really tapping into these people's energy. These are people who call people ugly even when they know they're not ugly. But now they literally look bad, and they're being called that. These people, this might even be people with, like, a platform or something, and they might be getting a lot of hate comments. This might have been somebody who, like, really relied on their looks, and now that they're losing their looks, like, they're losing a lot of things as well. Man, yeah. Whoa, I'm hearing for some, there might be people from your past who relied on their looks to, like, get partners or F up people's relationships. This person can't get anybody anymore. Like, nobody wants to sleep with this person. It's like this person is offering things to people, but nobody wants it. This person's trying to love on people. Bro, Someone also might have been part of a third party. There might have been some toxic karmic person from your past who like was somebody's side piece and thought that that person was gonna marry them, and they like dumped them. And part of that is because of their karma, and they're losing their looks because of the things that they said about your looks. And this is really giving me silly energy because we have the Emperor and the Empress here. So I get the sense that, like, your main focus is not even, like, your physical attractiveness. I think it's a big part of, like, your journey. But I don't get the sense that, like, if someone was to ask you, like, what are your favorite things about yourself? Like, just everything. You wouldn't be like, my looks. That might be, like, part of it. But, you know, you're a very intelligent person. You're a very hardworking person. You're a very resilient person. Very talented. Very abundant. Very mature, regal. And you also happen to be super hot. And you always were. These people are intimidated, threatened, maybe tried to like manifest your looks going down, but they've just shot up. Some of you are looking so good right now. Like, this has made people so burned. There's people fighting over you, people you don't even know, people behind the scenes. People feel trapped because you look so sexy. I'm sorry, I just feel really... Yes! There are people being rejected in favor of you. You don't even know about this. There are people who maybe, for whatever reason, rejected you in the past who feel so stupid. Like, so stupid. Oh my gosh. And you're just happy, kind of galloping along. Like, yes, I do look good, don't I? I'm so proud of you, Pile 3. Because especially if you're putting hard work, you know, getting fit, eating healthy and everything, you deserve this 1000%. You look fabulous. You always looked amazing. But maybe if these people were very, like, superficial, your looks are really not only starting to align with, like, their superficial standards, but you're exceeding their standards. It's like whatever they thought was hot, you are better than that now. They feel so... I'm sorry. If there was... I'm feeling really strongly I have to say this. If there was some feminine who thought she was hotter than you, she feels like the ugliest bitch ever. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Whose language is this? Bro... Seven of Wands. She's feeling very defensive and burdened at this time. Yeah. There's a lot of... If this person relied on their looks, there's a lot of people who are being very defensive with this person and moving away from this person because they ain't got it anymore. Whatever they used to have it, they don't have it anymore. This person maybe had to spend a lot of money on their looks and they don't have that money anymore or something. Maybe this person got a procedure and it's botched. Oh, snap. And they're just watching you, looking very abundant, looking very beautiful. Your ships are coming in. You know, and not to disparage anyone, but for some of you, you've, like, never had any work done. You're just a natural beauty. And this is like tearing this person apart. This is very specific, and I'm sorry if there's any high vibing good people who may have had any like work done in the past. That's totally fine. If you're a good person, this is not for you. And I get the sense that, you know, if you're a good person and you get a little something here or there, it's gonna look nice. But this is for a very toxic person of feminine energy from your past who was very jealous of you, very combative. This is very specific, but this person got botched surgery. I'm just gonna say it. So I'm sorry to that person. This person, I'm just getting, the Hermit. This person might literally be recovering from this effed up surgery. Maybe you have a social media or they're just hearing about you. And people are just saying all these wonderful things about you, how beautiful you are, how abundant you are, how well you're doing. This person is regretting the day they ever spoke against you. So I'm sorry, this got a little bit off topic, but this is feeling very specific for people from your past and how they're feeling in your presence or in the presence of people who speak about you. You know what I mean? Just connecting to your energy. 3 of Cups, man. They see you living it up. This person, this feminine, if this is resonating for you, and this is very specific, but that feminine might have had friends who are now, like, talking about how good you look, how beautiful you are. Pile 3 doesn't need surgery. Pile 3 doesn't need all this and that. This person is getting clowned so hard right now. This person had a lot of fake friends too, and these fake friends have been waiting for the opportunity to turn on this person. And your glow up is that opportunity. They're like, oh, you've been competing against pile 3 for so long. You thought you were so much better. Look at pile 3 now. Look at you. Dang, these people do not like this person. This person's also... Whoa. Wow. 6 of Wands, the Sun, and the 4 of Pentacles. So if any of you were wondering about any person from your past who was trying to compete against you or take you down, you look so victorious. Everyone around you was like, pile 3 won. Whatever competition or whatever is going on here, and they lost. Pile 3 won. They look freaking amazing. These people might not want you to know about this. The karmic people from your past, they might not want you to know that the people around you, or around you too, the people around them and the people around you, see you as victorious, beautiful, abundant, gorgeous, like natural. You look young, you look fresh. These people look dried up. Wow, these people... So yeah, if there's anybody from your past who really was trying to compete with you on a superficial level, they lost. These people feel so tired, so burdened. They're putting in so much money, time, and effort and energy. They're doing magic. Some of these people are doing magic to try to like look better than you or to like hit your looks, and it's not fucking working. Sorry, I'm like cussing. Someone's really mad that you look so good, pile 3. This is crazy, but it's like, and you're the Emperor and the Empress. This person might also know that there's like some really high-powered partner who wants to come be with you. Or that they think that somebody really like successful is going to come scoop you up. If this person does tarot, like they've seen something in the cards that lets them know that like you're getting everything you want. Period. Period. Man, yeah, balance here. This is just balance though. Yeah, Ace of Cups, beautiful. So it's like you didn't even do anything to this person, I feel. You weren't even like super conceited about your looks or anything like that. But this person is just very insecure. And they thought that if they could take you down, that would make them look better. But not only did it make you hotter, it made them look way worse. The universe is really going ham on this person right now. Whoa, the universe is going ham on this person. This might be more than one person too. If there was like some little coven or some group of girls or guys or whoever who wanted to do some magic on you, specifically about your looks, I don't know why this is so looks centric, but these people are very superficial. And this might have even been why they were so threatened by you in the beginning, because you've always been very, very attractive, like very beautiful. And this was a big threat to these people. Yeah, wow. But you just keep looking better and you keep getting better. Like you won't stop and you shouldn't stop. I get the sense that especially if these people were like enemies or something of yours, this might be very pleasing to you to hear, and it should, because you won and you're winning. Keep going. Don't stop. If you're applying pressure, keep applying pressure. They tried to put pressure on you and it turned you into a diamond. You're going to apply pressure and it's going to turn them to dust. Yeah, there's some man who really, really, really likes you too. I just gotta say, I don't know who this is. This might have been someone involved with these people who now, like, really, 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 really wants you really bad. I just felt like saying that. I don't know. These people are weird. Their energy, yeah, but this person's deceptive, so just keep in mind. Yeah, this is very much giving me how do people from your past feel about you, especially if you had, like, this group of very superficial people who, like, were trying to compete with you or something. Hi, pile 3. Sorry that cut off. My camera actually ran out of storage, but the reading's almost done. Yeah, I just wanted to let you know that there is maybe a fire sign masculine from the past who's really, 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 really feeling you, and who might want to like approach you or talk to you or reconnect with you. But this person is still in a deceptive energy with that 7 of Swords, so just be aware of that. But I just wanted to let you know that you're on a great path. You're on a great journey right now. Continue doing what you're doing. Money and abundance is looking really, really good for you. And there's a lot of people that can see that as well too. Also with this Emperor and this Empress, you do have your divine counterpart coming in if you haven't met them already. If you are vibing with somebody who's really, really good and you feel like they're a perfect fit, you and this person are going to continue to ascend together. And if this is resonating for you, you know you're both going to be equally very beautiful people who are going to use your beauty, your talents, your brilliance for good. So continue doing that. The universe is going to continue to bless you because of that. And because you're kind of using your beauty and your physical prowess in such a good way, that it's going to last for you forever. So you're not going to be the kind of person who's hot for like a year and then you start to age really terribly. You're going to age beautifully over your whole life, and you're going to be beautiful for the entirety of your life because you're using it for good. All right, so that's what I have for you, pile 3. I know this was a little bit of a more intense reading, but if you're resonating with this Emperor and Empress energy, then I get the sense that you can handle it, especially because there's so many beautiful things coming in for you and so many people who really do admire you and who see your value. Absolutely beautiful. So that's what I have for you, pile 3. I do hope it resonated. If it didn't, that's okay. You can check out one of the other piles, one of my other videos, or you can book a personal reading with me. All right. Thank you all so much for sticking around with me on this reading. I love you all, and God bless.